to take over. Do it for the future, time to get a world to make over. Time never stops, no, the timing is not. Time to clean up the block. Streets been a mess, how can I breathe? Smoke in the air, pure gasoline. I see the news, see what you read. Change gotta come, put that on me and watch me educate. Yeah, we been, could've started, but it's never late. Do it for my kids, yeah, let's set it straight. Do it for your kids, gotta set it straight. It's time to regulate, we need change now. We need solar, we need EV in the game now. Make it changes so the earth we know can stay around. Make it change cause we had no time for playing around. Let's quit the playing around. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, work as a team. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, we going green. New car goes zoom, but it's quiet. You can hear me come and think I'm lying. If I said I'm perfect, I'd be lying. I can say I'm perfect, but I'm trying. I'ma give my all till I'm dying. I'm the new Captain Planet, here to make changes, not damage. World on my shoulders while I'm standing. I'm the new Captain Planet, here to make changes, not damage. World on my shoulders while I'm standing. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, work as a team. First rule to me, let's keep it clean. Watch how we build, clean air we need. Start from the flow, sweep up the scene. We going green, we going green.
Hey, Kimmy, baby, I had a book over here in this drawer. You seen it?
You mean a little black book? Oh, honey, I cleaned out those drawers in that whole room and made a big donation to Goodwill. But don't worry, we can get you another one.
Oh, hell no. You're never going to believe what happened to me today at the Goodwill. I found a book of seed phrases, honey. I can get those hair transplants now. Oh.
Go best friend. That's my best friend. Go best friend. That's my best friend. That's my best friend. Go best friend. That's my best friend. Go best friend. That's my best friend. That's my best friend. That's my best friend.
Welcome everyone to Late night crypto charts with Road Dog. My name is Lane, and hopefully everything is working as planned. Make sure that this mic is on. Looks like everything is working here. So glad to have you here, whether you are watching live or checking this out later. The stream is a little bit late for some and a little bit too early for others. So, Bitcoin pump today. Do you trust it? Got the 4-hour chart pulled up right now. We've regained the 200. That's always positive. Busted through a red Ichimoku cloud. Always positive. Above the 9 moving average. Always positive. Rejected from the 366. Well, what does that mean? Well, I take it that there's a very real possibility that Bitcoin could be coming right back down to this 9 moving average, about 26,654, just reading what I'm seeing on the daily chart. So basically, it just feels like there's some mixed signals out there in the market, in my personal opinion. So I'm not fully trusting this move just yet. I do want to remind everyone that, the monthly is looking a little bit rough for Bitcoin. And we were expecting a pump up, and it will seem bullish. So I'm not trying to be just totally bearish. I'm just trying to be real and just keep in tune. So our larger time frames, and I've been looking at this carefully. Even so much as to go to 2 months, which also has bearish tendencies here. So stochastic coming down on the 2 month, red dotty dot on the 2 month, and it's hard to go beyond that because we just honestly just really don't have enough data. Monthly also, we've been looking at this one for a little while. Stochastics coming down, VWAP coming down, momentum coming down. Got that red dot, but yet we do have this money flow coming in. As long as that's green, whatever pullback we have will not be as severe. We can at least, hope on that, or have that to go with. Overall, our MACD, even though we're got an official bullish cross here on the monthly, we're going sideways, which, as you can tell with the price action, it's sideways. And for me, it's just hell trading, because you can make money on pumps and you can lose it in the sideways motion. Yet looking on the weekly, things are looking a little bit bullish on the weekly. Still, we have to remember that we are under the 200 moving average on the weekly, so therefore we are bearish. Now here is where I am torn with this whole situation. Losing this trend line, coming down, making a low that's not lower low, so it's still technically, we're in that limbo bullish period. Well, we're still bullish, hanging on by a thread. So many other bearish signs here, but yet being in the middle of the Ichimoku cloud is also usually bullish, because it usually will spit us out on the other side. Been saying that since we got in it back in April, waiting to get to the other side. And Lord Almighty, I can't seem to see us get to the other side. Can I get an amen? We just want to get to the other side. It's like that amazing story of that mother hen across that 4-lane highway to get to her chicks on the other side. Why did she cross the road? I don't know, but she was one lucky mother clucker. Usually when we see the 9 moving average cross over the 200, it's, we may go up, bump it, just to test it, but it's usually, this is a signal that things are getting tired, they're winding down here. And then we got this Kamikaze 100 moving average, just slowly dive bombing in. So I am not Nostradamus. I cannot predict this. I can only go by what the charts tell me, and it's very mixed. It's very bearish, or bearish on the larger time frames, which, you know, matter a lot. So I guess basically we're all waiting to see if we ever do make a lower low. Now what is interesting is that I've been waiting to come down, since we got rejected at these areas, to come down and touch this weekly moving average, this 50, which is just slowly crept up from each week. And it won't be long before it's right back up here to our recent lows. Give it a couple of weeks if we can't make it down here. So that could be interesting too. The one thing that I am concerned about with this neckline, because that's what it is appearing to be, especially when it's so lateral like that, is the possibility of it making a head and shoulders. I think some people in some smaller time frame have already interpreted it as being a head and shoulders. And then others are looking at this as being, you know, we're going to the moon. Now, I do think that 28,000 is probable looking at the smaller time frames. Just sitting here talking while I'm always looking for the tool that I can never find when I'm looking for it. So we got a great start. A little hesitation here, but for where we can come up and make another head, and 27.8 would be a good place. Even 29.8. Which one will it hit? Your guess is as good as mine right now. But seeing that we are below the 200, that would be my first target to look at, about 27.8. And this situation could get kind of ugly, and you know, it may take a while, and it may do some crazy stuff like that, which would suck to go all the way through this red cloud just to get over to the green cloud and not ride above it, but fall back into it, because she's a little bit thick, but not terribly thick. So really too early to call for all that. I know some other people are finally starting to get on board with this. I've been looking at it ever since we first came back down here because, well, I don't know. That's the first thing I think of when we come back to the same area for a retest. Well, that is instantly a possible head and shoulders. The only time that I've missed that one so far, I'll have to say, was with a coin called Crust, which I have not done a video on in a long time. But we'll take a look at it tonight and let it be an example of what I'm talking about here. Actually, I'm just going to clear all this off so it makes some sense. This is an interesting project. It is a storage project. Kind of like Filecoin, but different, you know, in Arweave. And this was what we were looking at here. And that's exactly what I made my video warning about. I mean, hey, we just came back here. The first thing I'm thinking about is, crap, this thing's getting ready to go down. We should at least get a head and shoulders. That'll give me an opportunity to sell out of my position and get ready, and, you know, I could buy it later on. That did not happen, my friends. It decided just to freaking tank to the bottom. Never did come up to these areas that I needed for where I had my limit orders set. Never did. It just kept slowly dripping down. And that is one that I unfortunately missed. The problem with being in so many projects is that it's hard to keep up with a lot of them, to manage them properly. That is something that I personally have to work with my personal trading style. So now I'm a Crust bag holder at some of these yummy prices. My entry is lower than that, but it's still underwater. I think the project's got a future, but quite honestly, when people like me, when any of us get in a situation and things go against us, we hold it back. Usually when we come up to profit, we're ready to sell that sucker. And, you know, I would warn against that. That might be a mistake. That's actually what happened to me recently with TRB, with Teller. Because I've had this little guy for a while in these zones. So when it got above $20 and I saw that I was back in profit, well, I took some profit. And I even had a little left over at limit orders to get where I thought would probably be a nice little high. I did not imagine it to go back up to $42 or especially $64 so soon. Very surprising for me. Of course, I have not been keeping up with the news in the project or seeing anything that's been going on. I like the project. It's very cool now, just very hot. And here's the thing with trading this. Now, this one's interesting. You've got some bearish divergence definitely happening here. But now I'm a larger time frame. I'm on the daily. On the larger time frames, she's looking strong. She's actually starting a little parabolic move. You can see our trend lines are starting to deviate there. She's been on a parabolic move. I mean, technically this is a parabolic move. This is one, but we're going through this larger stage of parabolas, it appears. So I got my eye on this one, but I tell you, the problem, and I'm sure lots of new traders get this because it gets some of us older traders too, because she's a fun ride up, man, and you can clean house going up, and I did. And then you still feel like, okay, she may be doing another leg up, so you try to stay in a trade or get back into a trade when it's going sideways. And then this could happen, wipe you out and go sideways, or it's, you know, usually after a parabolic move, when that parabola breaks or that final trend line breaks, I find it's easier just to cut loose and then wait a while. Do I always do that? Well, most of the time I did get caught up in this one, so I made some profit and I ended up giving a lot of it back just for going back to some stupid old behaviors that I made rules against that I didn't follow. It's important to have rules. It's important to stick to those rules. And sometimes those rules will bite you and you're like, damn it did the opposite. I should have broke the rule. But no, I mean, rules will give you stability. So TRB, we've got a new key level here at 42.76 on the 4 hour. And also, it's actually kind of a zone. The wicks of those are also acting as support currently. Now, we are below the 9 moving average here, so that tells me that, you know, especially since we've not bumped up over it, probably coming back to 46.51. Looking on the 1 hour, we're in the middle of a green cloud, and that's a good indication that could happen too. We're also getting some bearish signals in there. And here I am in a crazy long over there when I need to be going short. So overall, I mean, I'm bullish on this, and I'm also looking at this over here on I'm over on Bear Desk on the exchange over there, and it's looking promising, holding this point of control. And I am seeing us in as technically a bearish pattern, but if we're finding support there, but now we're starting to retest it a little bit. Now it's starting to get a little bit weak. Now I'm on the 15-minute over here. We're getting support on the 200 moving average. Hopefully that will stick, and then I'll see this little guy pop back into profit, and it happens pretty quick, and then it goes down pretty quick because 11x leverage is a little much for altcoins. It's a little on the high side for altcoins. But Fairdesk, one of my collaborative partners at the moment, and I guess that will last depending on. Well, I can't even get my right thing up. There we go. I guess that depends on how many people actually come over and join, because that's the thing to be in the club. If you don't get people coming over and joining, well, they kind of kick you out of the club. But there are lots of people. If people are interested in copy trading, it's kind of a new thing. Not particularly something that I'm interested in personally, but there are lots of good people over there to follow. They've been doing very well. This guy's been kicking it lately. 22,000 profit in the last 7 days. Lots of followers there. Hats off to you. And I've just had a crazy week myself, so my stats actually, just to be honest, are a little bit down right now. But lots of good traders over there. You can even pop them up and see what their trades look at. You can study their trades over there and see what they're making. So the guy's putting out huge orders. 3.4 Bitcoin, 25x. So he's throwing in $3,600 each trade, and his profit that he's taking off. So it's scalping and getting $228 for that trade. 4 Bitcoin trade. So you see, it's kind of surprising when you see how that they're doing it, because most of it all is scalping. And there's no other way to do it. Just to be honest with you, the way it's set up on there, each trade for the copy traders is one individual trade. It's not a position. You can't add to it or treat it like margin. It's like you either get it right or you don't. So it's a little challenging in that aspect, but he's knocking it out. So congratulations to, who is it? Pika Alexander Rodas. That name sounds familiar. Crypto 815. Nice little platform over there, but they do have spot. So even if you don't like futures or copy trading, I'm trying to get their list of coins pulled up, and I always have trouble navigating this to find that. But need to be able to do that. I was trying to show you a list of all the coins that they got over there, but you can also go to CoinGecko and check it out, or just go over there and check it out yourself. But they are friendly to US and Canada. Links are in the description below for anybody who's maybe interested in that. Also, like Bitmart, they have a huge selection of coins on spot. My gosh. And BitUnix, they have futures, spot. All these are US friendly. And of course, there's always MEXC, and then KuCoin. But KuCoin doesn't let us play ball there anymore, sadly. Striga says commercial commercial right now. Yeah, I gotta get used to how that works. Marco Shin, hey, welcome to the show, man. Glad to have you here. Hey, there's DeFi guy. DeFi guy, man. You turned me on to Astar, and now MEXC's not doing anything with it. So I got a bag over there that I can't. Do you know what happened with MEXC? Because I happen to like the project. Lots of people like the project. It was just surprising that it's not over there, so I can't trade it. And I need to move it off the exchange. I think Bitmart has it. I don't have them pulled up at the moment. And I'm not sure if BitUnix has it or not. But A-Star, I like it. And I was wanting to try to build my bags when it got down to some of these juicy prices, and then went over there and I can't. It doesn't even show up. And I thought it may be, you know, a VPN thing, but no, it's not showing up at all. My monies are still there, but there's no trading pairs with it. So where? And this is a Polkadot, right? Polkadot thing? No, I keep forgetting what we're working with here. So many to keep up with. I'm looking for the exchanges right now. Oh, check the tokenomics. Tokenomics data is not available. Here we go. Here's the market. So it says MEXCs, and see, that was confusing because it's not there for me when I go there. Whitebit has it, BitBank, BitGet, and of course Binance. But they got, see, it's low volume, but still there's volume there if this is accurate. It's at a juicy price, I think. Let's take a look at that one. I like A-Star. And it's good to know about this, that it does have an infinite supply, so they got a burn mechanism. Total supply is 8 billion, circulating size 5 billion. Now, by my standards, that's a lot of coins. Just throwing that out there. But the frontier of innovation, A-Star unlocks blockchain enabling unparalleled cross-layer scaling and driving Web3 mass adoption. It's based out of Japan, and it's hot, especially over there. So it supports EVM, Substrate, WebAssembly, WASM, very important. And I think I've seen it on Cosmos, and we got Cosmos colors over here. And I can't swear to it, but I could have sworn that I've seen it on Osmosis Dex, which, oh my gosh, if you guys have not been over there, that thing is grown. And it's got 50 dApps, 500k community members. I mean, this is one not to miss out on, I believe. One to watch if you're not in it. I'm not trying to shill anything or tell you to jump in right now. But, you know, make a note, put it on your radar. I think this is one to watch. This is one of the newer projects that's coming out for this bull market, and those are the ones that will get the most marketing, most hype, most people coming in saying, dang, newish tech, updates. I mean, you know, keep them in mind. One thing I want to do, since we're here talking about that one, and I also want to show you Osmosis Dex. This is a Cosmos ecosystem Dex. I love it. I use it a lot. I have things staking over here and everything. But I was looking, I haven't really went through their list of what all they have, but they have added a bunch. So Atom and Ion, those are all theirs. They got some, is this going to be the best one to see? Rat, Bitcoin, Ethereum. We got Tethercoin now, BNB, and I mean DOT, Matic. So I mean, it's turning into a full-fledged DEX now, which is amazing because it was only, you know, Cosmos ecosystem stuff, but this is a multi-chain. That's the whole thing with Atom, multi-chain, connecting all the chains together. So we're dealing with Avalanche. I mean, Link, Filecoin, all your things. Crow's been there for a while. Arbitrum, that was a new one. That surprised me. Didn't know that was there. The new Injective was there. Phantom was kind of new. Kava, that's been around there for a while. But Sweet, I didn't know that. It's coming through Wormhole Gateway. Peppy, I didn't know Peppy was over there. Go figure that out. Fetch has been there for a while. SEI, I'm not familiar with, but I've been seeing it a lot. I want to check that out. Adcash has been there for a while. So they just got a lot, and especially now that, you know, they've been working on getting stable coins for a while. They've had them for, you know, several months now, but adding a lot on, you know, Polygon. We got Polygon chain over there. Just growing a lot. I mean, I'm scrolling and scrolling. Blue Zell's there. That's a hot one. Kanto, CTK, Atmos has been there for a while. I mean, you just keep scrolling and scrolling. They just keep growing and growing. Some of these coins you've heard of, some of you haven't. Some of them, you know, are on the Cosmos ecosystem, just haven't taken off yet. So if you stake Atom, or if you have it in pools here, so keep up with the airdrops over on Reddit. Don't go chase this stuff on Twitter. The stuff on Twitter is people trying to hack your wallet. Stay away from Twitter airdrops. That's not it. What I like about Atom and the airdrops is that you get them automatically, or you get over in the Reddit. Let's go ahead and bump into this. So I'm big on this ecosystem. There's other ecosystems I need to probably be a little bit more involved with and stuff. I have to go through this stuff all the time. So if you go to Reddit, do they not have a nighttime button over here? And Cosmos airdrops. That'll keep you up to date on them all. And then you can kind of verify them through here, and look. There's one right there, Tia airdrop. Claim book. Let's go check it out. So I'm going to have to check this one out later on. So that's, you know, keep up with this, go there, and they're used to, they would, osmosis how it came, and a lot of them follow suit. You get a partial of the airdrop that you can claim, and then you unlock the rest of the airdrop, just doing like staking some of the osmos. It will unlock another 25%. Putting some into a pool, unlock the other, another 25%. Voting on a protocol. It's those kind of tasks that just helps to establish the project, back up the project. That's why they're giving you the airdrops, to help decentralize the project. So if you're staking Atom and stuff like that, oh man, it's nice to get those airdrops. They help out a lot. But back to ASTR with my monkey brain, squirrel brain, is making some progress, moving up to the 200 moving average, about 5 cents. We're at 4.9 cents. Just as slowly making its way up there. Just kind of keeping our eyes on that. We did make a higher low, so we got to get above this point, which we have so far. We want to make sure that we hold this key level at 0.048, 0.049. Next area to break above would be this one at 51.86. Need to get above that one, hold it, and then we can start looking at some more upside for A-Star. Of course, this is only 1 hour chart. Always good to zoom out and look at the big picture. Should have done that first. My apologies. It's always the smartest thing to do. Finding support on the weekly 21 moving average so far. That's a trend line. This is a little concerning looking. Is it a head and shoulders? Yeah. And a retest and down. So A-Star. Baby. She's going to zero. No, she's not going down that low. Most likely right down here in this area. This only has a percentage of moving. Get Bukowski's measure moved there. So A-Star taking a little bit of a hit. Looks like coming down to some more juicy buy prices, around 4 cents. About right here for a measure move. So Bitcoin being the way that it is right now, a little unquestionable. What does that do for altcoins? Well, we got to look at a few things. What's going on with Bitcoin dominance? It seems to be coming down just a little bit, but we had a breakout. So we're just really hanging around the same zone. So we're struggling getting above this 100 moving average, but you let some good old ETF news come off, and you'll see Bitcoin dominance go crazy. You'll see Bitcoin go crazy, and you'll see altcoins take a hit. That's a possibility we could be looking at. Total 3 is where our market caps are for altcoins. And if we zoom out, I mean, this is what we got to look at for altcoins. We'll see this major trend line. We broke that, baby. We broke that. It bounced up in there and got rejected off the 200 moving average. Ichimoku Cloud does not look healthy at all. Altcoins look like they could take a hit. Now, there's things here on the shorter term time. I mean, the weekly look. I mean, we got a green dot here on Market Cypher. People say, oh, it's a green dot, bullish. Well, we have stochastics coming down. Just because it has a green dot doesn't mean that we're not going to do the green dot, red dot, go sideways, keep coming down kind of thing. I would turn to the MACD here, which is kind of going sideways, saying not the wisest trading time right now. And I hate to say that because there's some juicy prices on altcoins and they are so tempting. But this chart just tells me that there's a good chance for altcoins to really go on sale. So I just want to watch that carefully to make sure that we're, not misleading anybody to the wrong direction, but we're below the 9 moving average on the monthly and the weekly. But we are above it on the daily. I think that's why we're getting just a little bit of bullishness right now, and that's fine. We can do that. Still, we've got that larger time frame, or this larger trend line to deal with, though. So there could be a little bit of bump in altcoins. We could see a, 10, 20 billion come in short term. So over maybe the next week, 2 weeks, but I wouldn't expect it to last further than that. So it's probably a good idea to make a good strategy with your altcoins. And then when, as we come up and everybody's fired up about altcoins, determine whether, you need to move things around or get some liquidity, get some dry powder for some potentially lower prices that may be coming. That's just the message that I'm sending out right now. Because we're not out of the woods yet. And then there's, some crazy GAN talk with all these time cycles. September 30th is a date to be watching out for. That is going to be on Saturday. Keep your eyes open. Something may be happening. Now this I find interesting. Here I am. Bitcoin futures, CME futures on the daily. Crazy how this one doesn't look as bearish. Of course, now this one is not open right now. It closed Friday, September. Oh, that was today or current. That's interesting right there. So this is a bottoming pattern right here off the 9. See why this one looks so different from the others, or am I just not seeing it? Zoom out, baby. Zoom out. I've got too many charts I gotta clear up here. So this is a date I got marked on a time cycle. Something should happen. I don't know if it's good or bad because I'm not that good at this yet. I'm just now learning, how to kind of pick a date where something could happen. And I'm looking at the 30th. Now, if I had to go by pattern, it looks like it could be bullish. And this is more of a slant. If I had to actually look at this, other than just being, that's an inverted head and shoulders. I mean, it's not definite until we clear the neckline. But otherwise, I would look at this as a, this is a falling wedge, which we broke out and retested and going to the upside. To me, that's bullish. And I trust that pattern more than I do, a potential inverted head and shoulders, or especially when this is not completed. This one suggests that may get completed. This may establish a neckline right here. We may have a nice week out of Bitcoin, maybe coming up here to, that's 28,000 right there. So daily chart is saying that 28,000 is definitely in the picture, and maybe more. Now the thing we got to that could help us get higher is that the 100 moving average on this larger time frame is still above the 200, so it's in line. It never lost its status. It's still there, being like a magnet. So we've got that. So putting all this data together, the bigger time frames are saying, hey man, don't get too carried away because things can turn around over these next months. Daily is saying, hey, next couple of weeks might be kind of fun out of Bitcoin. Wish I quit getting stopped out. That means I need to lower my leverage. And my position, probably. All right, we're going to come back to this chart that's not as littered. So possibly, a possible forming inverted head and shoulders. Together with a retest of a trend line, supply line. Excuse me. Now it's demand line because it found support there. The moving averages look nice. You just got to get across of the 9 above that 50, which, you know, price keeps going up and then it will. 27,942 will be a hiccup in price. So will 28,290 according to this chart. Now, here's something interesting. This little dotted line, I've changed what she looks like, but that's Lucy. That's Lucy's line, which is kind of relevant. It's crossing down, but now the 100 is technically going above it. For the 100, that's bullish. So, interesting ride. Somehow, you know, for some reason, this just kind of reminds me back during this phase of the market when it was just kind of weird and uncertain. And certainly looked like we were going to go down, and lots of people were declaring, oh, it's over, it's over. And then we got our second run up. It looks nothing like that, but the feeling, the sentiment, does look a lot like that, in my personal opinion. But we do have to recognize this as being a very possible head and shoulders, but we're not complete yet. I've got to get up here. Price has got to come back up here and fill that little thing in. Since this one's bullish, let's make it bullish. And until we make that connection, it's not there, baby. So I'm not going to connect them just yet. Clean up the screen a little bit, has a little diamond pattern there. Come back over and check on the chat, see what's up with everybody. Hey, it's Remy. Hey, welcome to it's Remy No Limit. Hey, welcome to the show, man. Glad to have you here. Chef's in the house. Good old chef. How's it going, Chef? Chef says Gala looks like it's going to zero. Let's take a look at old Gala. Guys, my apologies for not streaming lately. I've just I've had a crazy week. I had a crazy night last night. I was going to stream, but you wouldn't have wanted me to. I'm just telling you, you wouldn't have wanted me to. I've just been feeling off my game a little bit, so when I feel like that, I don't feel as comfortable. So I'm strictly just going by what the charts are saying. Man, Gala looks horrible. Made a lower low, lost that. Man, that is sad. So for a long-term hold, would this be one that... I am not big into the gaming coins. I'm just not. I've got some. I am holding them. But holding some, not this one. I just wonder, I mean, will this one make a if it makes a comeback, that would be amazing. But it may not make a comeback. She's getting in some danger. Man, I can't even chart this. not respectably. According to this trend line trajectory it's on, it's going to 0. I'm not trying to freak anyone out, but my oh shit line here at 1.272 is below 0. It's in danger. Sitting at wow, sitting at 1 penny. That is crazy. Well, Chef, I hope you shorted this one down and made a killing on it. Looks like a lot of people did short it down. Wow, man. From where? 70 cents to a penny. Ooh. The huts. Chef says I didn't get notified either. Talking about the stream, I actually put this one out a little bit early, so I figured notifications would go out. Sometimes I put them out at last minute, and I can understand why people would get notified. Striga says, I'm skipping these ads, no hard feelings. No hard feelings taken. I did check for them to be skippable. That's just right now, I've got to get some revenue coming in for this channel a little bit to kind of offset some of this. Some of the expenses there, so you might see a few ads. Let me know if they get annoying, though. I don't want them to be annoying. I'm not trying to chase people away. I may have to cancel them all. I don't know. I'm new to all this. I don't know how this works yet. No ads for Chef. Oh, you got the that's smart, man. That's what I've got on my TV version. I don't have it on my Road Dog account, but for my regular account that I have watching YouTube at home, yeah. It was worth it to me to have that time free and not be bothered by ads all the time. So premium, YouTube premium, I think it's like $12 a month, or it was maybe 12 or 15. Worth it, especially if you watch a lot of crypto and stuff like that, or whatever you watch. Worth it. Road Dog using my paycheck from ads to fund the charts. basically. Oh, Chef don't have it though. Chef don't pay to play. I do like the YouTube premium. But yeah, I don't think it serves ads to everybody. I don't know how it works, honestly. This is all new to me for monetization or something. I haven't even seen the first dollar come from YouTube. It's just it's a work in progress. So Gala looks dead. I'm not going to declare it dead, but kind of reminds me of this guy over here. Is it not here anymore? This little guy that just flatlined on us. Digital bits. Where is it now? Jeez. Oh, it actually made a higher low. Go figure. I think I made a video calling it dead over here when it did this triple top, and I pissed so many people off. Oh, but they didn't believe me, but I said, yeah, she's gone, baby. She's gone. They ain't building over there. She's gone. She died at 27, so I called her in the 27 club. She was dead. Just like Hendrix, just like Janice. 27. Gone. Chef says, hang in there, dog, it'll come. It's starting to show its signs. It's just been a slow ride. I guess I could have done things different on the channel, and I don't know. It is the bear market. I just try to do what I can do when I can do it and see where it goes. But working with these exchanges has been a little, I don't know, some of them are cool and some of them are kind of pushy. And I'm not good on being pushy, or being, I'm not going to be pushy about it. If you like it, you want to go join the exchange, do it. If you don't, well, you're a grown ass man. I ain't got a problem with it. And I'm not going to force it down anyone's throat. So it looks like nice for altcoins today. A little bit of bump up. Comp is one I've got my eye on. Right now, I'm not looking so much for trades, even though there can be some juicy trades going on. There's a few, like Taylor. That was a nice one. I've really got my eye on what I want to, any kind of new projects that I want to get a bigger position in when prices drop. And comp is one I've had in this juicy little buy zone, but I didn't buy it. I was distracted and looking somewhere else, but I got a nice little trade set up for it. So you're right where prices are right now. Of course, I got some. I've got some more further away targets, like $68, $84. This is more of a long-term thing, but I'm going by this wedge. Really more of a symmetrical. Really more of a descending if we take into account what we've got there, but still measure move from there. Crazy measure move gave us that huge one. Let me go ahead and adjust that just a little bit. Measure move to about $94 just from this pattern. It'll take it a while, but look how it moves from $28 up to $88 right there. This is just in June. And I wasn't playing this one, but man, I want to look at it because she may be one. Check out our tokenomics on Compound. 10 million. I like that. 6.8 million in circulating supply. Market cap is 329. It's all-time high. Put on your hats. $910. So it's got potential for 1020x, right? She can be a turtle. She can be slow, which is why I got bored with her last time. But that was before she went up to $900. I think I can exercise a little bit more patience with this girl. But it needs to get up above $96, $98. Reclaim that area. I'm gonna just go ahead and put, well, that's right above my measure move. We really need that measure move and go above it to be bullish. But now this little juicy thing is still technically in my buy zone. Well, no, it's not. It just left it. So maybe on a retest, maybe if we come back down to these areas, I definitely want to pick this guy up. I want to put this one on my freaking radar. Chris says, don't push the dog. I am not a pushy salesperson. Even when I was slinging diamonds, I was not pushy. I was just trying to be helpful. So I'm not going to come on here and just try to shove stuff down people's throats. I prefer the subliminal way. That's why you got the little airplanes and stuff like that to make you think about it without realizing it. And my little crazy commercials that I'll do. I need to do some more of those. Those are fun to make. I've just been overwhelmed lately. Chef says, you do you. Well, I don't know. I find it annoying because sometimes I watch people and it's like every 5 minutes, join my trading group. Give me $99 a month. Do this. If you want to be as good as we are, you need to come join us right now. Had you only joined us, you would have made this trade. You could be up 10, and they can't even make over $3. So trading. I don't know. Some of the stuff I see just does not settle well with me. I get irritated when I see people, especially people trading groups out there showing a trading group, and for a fact, I know for a fact, their net worth was not made from trading, and they just keep pushing that narrative that it was, and that I have a problem with that. I have a severe problem with that. mean, if you're that good of a trader, be real about it. You know, trying to sell somebody a lifestyle. If you just do what I do every day, you can be just like me. Well, at a certain point on YouTube, it gets kind of lucrative. And if you funnel that money back into crypto, a lot of them do. I mean, it helps. And if you have a trading group that's giving you, you know, you got 800 to 1,000 people giving you $100 a month, well, no wonder you can trade up to $1 million in a bear market, taking those 3% profits every day. Not happening. I digress. Rune has been on a tear. I like that because I got a bag of this. It's one of my longer term holds, which I do not plan on selling or even trading. When we get up to about $3, I'm going to try to moonbag this little puppy. But she's broken out of a nice falling channel, falling wedge. If you want to look at that, found a partial decline right here. Just a buy area and didn't come back to my little area over here, 73 cents. Oh, I was hoping. I put it out there. It could. Nice little Adam and Eve formation there, and then popped off like crazy at $1.92 when we were hanging down below $1. Did you guys get any Rune? Because, I know I put that one out there. I like it. So Rune, check out the tokenomics on it now. Thorchain Rune. 500 million, so half a billion out there, or maximum supply, 300 million circulation, half a billion market cap. It's a little bit up there. This is one of your larger cap coins though. Got up to $20. Yeah. It can hang around 8 easily. 14, 15, it'll hit it. 20, it did it. May go higher this time. I don't know. May not go higher this time. I don't know. But it'll go higher than $1. It'll go higher than $2. And so I was able to accumulate this one for a long-term hold at the juicy bottom. So yeah, not selling. Yet. Q&T has been a disappointment to me. Oh, good Lord. Are we coming back down to do a double bottom at 39? If things go kind of bearish for altcoin, and they could over these next few months. Remember looking at Total 3 and all that stuff, and most people will be looking at Bitcoin, especially if there's a Bitcoin spot ETF, and Bitcoin will be all the top. We could start seeing some lower prices. It did hit my little juicy buy spot. Remember, why gets wick often gets candlestick? We came down there. Will it stay? Will this be a partial decline? Can this be a double bottom territory? It might be a local one, but we got to get above our previous super juicy buy area at $97, which is now a super probably sell area for people trying to short this little guy. Man, I need to zoom out to the weekly. Look at this. There's just too much noise even on the daily. This little head and shouldery up here, but is it? We got a higher shoulder, so I discount those. Just looking at this inverted one, which got me all bullish and just all fired up. Yeah, baby. Let's start stacking up this little baby. Now I got into this. I've got into this at lower, so I'm okay. But now we're starting to get where I'm around. It's starting to get closer to my break-even point, and I'm not happy about that. Quant, you're just supposed to keep going up and not ever stop. You did not get the memo. I really want that $232 price, and you're not with the program, Quant. You need to work on your game, baby. So she's looking bearish to me, man. I'm not liking this. We're at a good area though. From way back here, really need to see this hold. So from way back here where this left shoulder is, that's where we're revisiting right now. I would hate to see us go all the way back to $40. I would hate to see us go back to 63. is a flip-flop support line there. Wow, $64 could be on the table, just on the bigger time frames. Now, hopefully on the shorter ones, maybe we'll get a little bounce here, give us a little bit of relief. Shorter ones, hey, it looks like it is. Yay, you recovered the 9 on the daily. Got a little bit of upside, but I'm not expecting you to go much far above $95. 96 in this area. Probably will not make it past that 50 moving average if it gets past the 21. So I love my moving averages because they kind of give you a play-by-play about what to expect to happen. If it does get above the 21, you can expect it to go straight to that 50 to touch it. And it usually, on a trend, that's usually where you will get rejected before it continues. Now we break above the 50, hey, we're starting to look bullish. Chris says, what do you think about ICP as a project? I think it was really, really hyped up, and from what I heard in the YouTube rumors, I guess, was about how they got a bad shake from Alameda. I've got some over on their wallet. Just I thought they had a DEX over there, and I thought I tried to do something with it, but now I get lost when I go over there. It's difficult to use. So hopefully they build and everything. I'll tell you, as far as price goes, it sucks right now because that is what we at $3. Oh, I mean, it could possibly be a good place to get into. All right, we have symmetrical triangle, which I do not trust, and I always tell everybody I do not trust them because, man, the trading group I was in, they love these things. And even the guy that's on YouTube now that was in the same trading group, he loves these things too. Although he's finally starting to catch on, they don't break up nearly as often. I don't know how many times I see this. We're going to the moon. Let me just slap this thing over here. Well, but yeah, I don't trust them. If anything, I look at them as being a range or just they don't do what they're supposed to. Good Lord, I don't even know what to do on this. That's when we got to zoom out, erase everything. So maybe a falling wedge here. Maybe it looks like it's rounding. It looks like rounding accumulation. Maybe trying to start. This is scary as hell. We saw that on something else. Didn't look pretty. One that I said that looked like it was in danger. I think Gala had that too. Oh gosh. Oh, what can we decipher here? That works. So this is a strength within this line, and it does look like accumulation, but technically it's a falling channel, and that can break to the upside, especially if you find a falling decline. I'm not seeing signs that it wants to do that yet by any means. Weekly says it might have something going for it there with the green dot and stochastics going to the upside. Money flow is just horrible on it though. Need that money flow more than anything. So if we do break it up to the upside, could be seeing $10. Don't see it happening any time in the near future whatsoever though. She looks rough, man. Looks rough. As a project, I think it's kind of interesting. It is like one of my lottery tickets there, which I think I got some in the threes, but I don't think I got it down this low, so I'm sure I'm down on this one. But you can't trust the $700 because that's when she was being pumped up. So they do rely on a burn mechanism. It's infinite supply there. Circulating supply is about 500 million. 1.3 billion market cap. Wow. So let's take a look at it. I haven't looked at the website in a while. That never makes me happy. Okay. My heart's beating again. Cypher space as cloud internet computer. Cloud 3.0, Web 3.0. So there was another project we were looking at, which I FOMO'd into because I liked it. But when we start getting into this cloud computing, yeah, I like that concept. And I believe that's what we're doing here with Internet Computer 2. Autonomous cloud from a public network. So that's cool. And I don't know how the distribution is on the tokens on this. I really need to get back into that. So are we just storage, or are we actually doing... Okay, it is computer, right? Okay. But memory is $5 per gigabyte per year. Hell yeah. AWS rivaling efficiency. So, yeah. I've never seen their dashboard. So I mean, they're up and running. They got this idea going. It sounds cool. They're building it out. So I mean, if it's got a good use case, and I think they're working towards something good. I mean, at some point during this bull cycle, it will catch on, and I think it'll get what they deserve. And I think it'll make a comeback. I would be tickled for it to go to $30 to $50. I would be tickled. I'm not, it doesn't have to go to $900 to make me happy. But, I would probably look at this something or like Cosmos or Atom. So maybe somewhere between, yeah, $15 to $50. It's hard to kind of judge right now till we kind of see what goes on with it. But she has been demolished. But I like that we're finding support here, so that's hopeful. And on the daily, we're above the 21, so that's good. We just got to have those things officially flip 9 across the 21, and that'll make me feel better about it. Crispy Chicken. Hey, I heard your name mentioned. I was watching somebody, and I guess you commented or something, and they say Crispy Chicken says. I thought that was kind of cool, Chris. I forgot. It was somebody I haven't watched before. I guess you know what I'm talking about. But they had some interesting TA. Seemed pretty good. I'm still, yeah, you were asking about BNB on there too. I'm still in a BNB short, but it's not bouncing off the resistance, just hanging under it. I think that's a bullish sign. I was looking at that earlier, too. I've got some BNB, but I'm not going in heavy on it. To me, I still think it's kind of up there. But, I still remember when it was $18 and I didn't jump in on it. Or when I had, I just sold off early. Tell me it was going to go up to 600. I would never would have thought that. CZ knows how to run a coin, though, I tell you. The little burn mechanism thing. Let's clear. Okay, so I've got you in a bearish thing. So really, there should still be one thing that I see a lot sometimes is that, once we get out of a pattern, we start looking at other stuff and forget about the measure move from those patterns. I see some other analysts kind of get away from what they, this is valid. There's a measure move from that. Have we hit it yet? That's what I would be looking for. So, why are you not drawing it? See if we can get a measure move here that I can actually see. So, we got a channel's easy, but this has a possibility to come down to 154 for just that measure move, and we haven't got there yet. But now, so that's just what I'm taking from previous measure move. We'll look at this. Actually, I just want to clean all this off. Redraw this stuff real quick. Depends on how you look at this. Still, you got that up there. It plays out the same both ways. So let's take our measure move from here. Pop that down there. And they're not exact, but they give us a good idea. So I'm coming up at 143 right here. So that's $10 different from what I just had, just because I took it from here. Because I didn't do the channel, I did more of the wedge. So that's where I'll take a move from my wedge. So let's mark this little guy just as a possibility. It gives us an area that we could likely come down to. Let's also zoom out just a little bit. Let's go back to the weekly. So that's where we lost it. I'm just playing with some ideas right now. Oh gosh, I'd hate to see 20. That would be sad to see $11 BNB. I'm not even going to mark that. All right, so we're still below the 9 moving average on the weekly, and it recently, a few weeks ago, crossed here. Same thing that we're seeing on Bitcoin too, on the bigger time frames. We're getting ready to see the 21 hit that, and it should give us downside. Now, stochastics, and there's a lot of things that look like they're bottom out, right? Stochastics are down toward the bottom. They're raising up, but coming down. That's a little weird. RSI is down definitely at the bottom, right? Where are we at on RSI? Man, that's super low. We're at 30. But now the thing about RSI is that your real buy signal comes when it starts flipping up and then it crosses bullishly over that 30 mark. So we're not seeing that yet on the larger time frames. Let me zoom out here to the monthly. Monthly, we're below the 50 moving average. So, I mean, these are all some bearish things, but I know there's some bullish sentiment. And I want to see if it's like, are they seeing that short term? But I think somebody had some bullish sentiment. Well, I think the guy that I saw today that mentioned your name, I think he said there's no way that he was short it. I think he was looking at it as a descending triangle. I think maybe you had that in ascending triangle too, which, you know, that's valid. You got 3 touches and 2 touches, that makes it valid. And these little guys can break up 53% of the time, or they can break to the downside. Got a little cheat sheet right there. So 53% chance to go up, leaving 40% chance to go down. So a little bit more bullish overall than bearish, but not set in stone. We lost this over here. I think that's what we did. Do we just look at that? Now, this acted like a bull flag. So everything I'm doing right now it seems to be like a bearish argument. And while I'm doing this, I am looking for signs of bullishness, but I'll just go with what we've been given. That one also gives us a measurement. That one comes out to 154, which we got earlier when I took the measurement from the channel. So I take that as being a little bit of confluence. So, oh man, we lost this guy. Have not gained that guy back. Bibs are saying we're down to an 886 area. Okay. A lot of times that is a bottom territory. All right. Looking for any signs here. I see some slight bearish divergence there. There's also bullish divergence right here, which is probably giving us a little bit of a bump up. I take that as being stronger. And you've got some exaggerated bullish divergence right here, where this line is going straight underneath, like on that symmetrical triangle. but our RSI is coming to the upside, so that's exaggerated. It's actually a weak form of bullish divergence. It's a little weaker than your hidden bullish divergence, if that makes any sense. So short term, it does look like she's trying to do something and go up, and it's above the 9 moving average and the 21 on the daily. So short term, yeah. Long term, I think you're going to see 154. Is this the right time to short? I would say if you short it at higher, you're probably good. If you're trying to take a short, well, you're shorting the bottom, and that's a risk. That's like buying the top. And I've done it myself. I got caught up on Fairdesk a couple weeks ago. I got caught longing a top. So I mean, you gotta stay on top of your game not to fall for it, and sometimes they make it feel very appealing. So if I take my trend lines now, just from where we are, lows to low, I got 2, it's valid. 3 touches here. So now this is a falling wedge. This has a higher percentage to break to the upside. So short term, I don't think it's going to get above 238. It may. If it goes up 265, I'd be very impressed. But I don't, on the larger time frames, I'm not seeing the bullish sentiment yet to drive us up there. 3 days got a little something. It's trying to get above the 9. Short term, I would say it does look a little bit more bullish. So I would look for, yeah, and the 4 hour just got above the 200 moving average. Okay, so 4 hours officially bullish. So no way I would want to open a short based on that. I would, yeah, I don't know. To me, short term, it looks like it's going to try to do something, but I think it's going to get cut short. But what I wouldn't do, I don't know. The textbook way to trade these is to wait till it breaks to the downside and retest and then take out your short. And I guess that would be the safest one, but you know what? Even if it did, I mean, this is what happens with these triangles. Well, the price breaks to the downside. Well, it becomes this falling wedge here. So this line here just moves down and we make this bigger pattern that we're already in. So and then it can get bullish. So even shorting these patterns, you know, that may not go too far. Yeah, this one's trying to be bullish short term, so I'd just be cautious with it. And I don't think it's necessarily one that would be a great long either. Because I think going long, this 100 is still below our 200, and until that one crosses, it's going to be a kind of like a magnet to keep prices pulled down a little bit. Even our 50 is still down here, so being above the 4 hour on the 200, that's great. Will it keep it? That's what I want to know. Ichimoku Cloud suggests that it might. There's some things suggesting it could be short-term bullish, but longer term, man, it's getting kind of iffy. I don't know that I would pick this one as being a strong runner to be playing with at the moment, but you know, that's just my opinion. I've been wrong many, many times. Chris says, Josh, 18 cents crazy, or $18 crazy. Hindsight is 2020. I agree. Marco says, Aero and Mexi coming down also, and Hello recently pumping. FOMO or not? I would try to never FOMO. Chris says, all of crypto Twitter is bullish today. Yeah, and I kind of expected that we talked a few weeks ago, or in the last few streams we've done, you know, things will start looking bullish and people will start getting on that bull train. But I'm still seeing some bad signs coming beyond that. So I think it's short term. I think we're getting a pump, and it may be a nice pump out of Bitcoin. It might be nice, but I don't think it's going to last. And I could be totally wrong. Maybe we'll go to the moon, but there are some things we just got to be careful about. So I think it's a good time to be watchful. And I still think it's a good idea to try to build up some cash. Try to build up some cash, maybe take some profit, maybe not take all your profit. But I'm trying to look at some bags that I'm comfortable selling, partial, just to stack up some cash. I got rid of my Litecoin, or half of my Litecoin, so I can free up some cash. So I'll see what else I can bear to part with. BNB has held its long-term support well, considering all the bad news and loss. Yeah, that's true, but then again, you also got, you got CZ that can keep it there. I think they have to stay above, somewhere over this area, or else they're facing some kind of liquidation thing. I don't know. So yeah, there is some kind of iffy stuff, but it may only be up because it's being manipulated. I can't say. I don't know. But Binance is definitely falling from their heyday, and I hate that because they were a great exchange. It took them a while to grow on me, but after a while, I would still make that probably be my number one exchange if I could access it now. Chris says, I still look for some better setup. Yeah, I think there are some better setups out there. It's just kind of risky to be on this one at the moment. And I still see this, but I don't know how that would affect them if they lose whatever level that they're trying so hard to keep. Good Lord. I got 272 at 115. That's a possibility in that area. Chris says, I think Bitcoin to 29K after that gets. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing too, Grizz. I think we could, if we go up, between 27.8 to 29 that's where there's going to be a lot of resistance in those zones, and then getting smacked down after that. I think so too. That's what I'm seeing in the charts anyway. So I like to hear when other people also kind of, confluence from other people that maybe they see the same things. Because gosh knows I don't always see everything. Gosh, and the way my trades have went against me the last couple of days. Granted, I've done some stupid stuff, or been busy and been away from them. That's been a lot of it too. Not able to catch stuff and stay on top of it. But Binance, this was its major support, just like what we saw. I can't remember when we saw it on another coin that lost it like this too. That's not good. Was it Ethereum? Did Ethereum do this? Surely not Ethereum. Okay, someone else said something. I think Marco was Hello. Okay, let's take a look at Hello. This is one I like, and I've been looking into this one, mostly over on Mexi. Yeah, I got a confusing looking chart here. Let's clean it up a little bit. There's a measured move from that hasn't been hit. From this little guy, hadn't been. What we're looking at hasn't been hit. Oh wait, we'll just start all over. No, yeah. Yeah, there's our channel that we did lose. Okay, so we looked at one like this later, and I did a measure move from that, but it doesn't mean it's always going to hit. Now, halfway, sometimes we look at the halfway mark, so I should have mentioned that. So sometimes you may only get 50% of that move. Just keep that in mind. Normally we're looking at some of these, the full move there. Doesn't mean it has to do it. It's actually kind of bullish after it lost that. But she's making higher highs, and higher lows, more higher lows. That trend line is basically in a channel now. So up to almost 7 cents is a possibility just going by trend lines alone. And that makes sense. Come up to the 786, 886 area. So all through here. So I think you just drop down a level and just continuing up is what it looks like. That's the hopium target up there. Looks like she's just steadily climbing up there. On the daily looks good. Above the 9, can't complain about that. Getting ready to have a golden cross of it already is happening right now. What happened? What did I just do there? What changed? Where was I at on the weekly? Okay, so hello looks good to me. Weekly above the 9, bullish, green dot. She looks ready to roll here on the weekly. I'm on a... What happened to my trend lines and everything? Didn't I just draw on this chart? I hit a button. I did something. I don't know what I did, but it's still hello. So let's see what we got now. Trend lines touching the wicks there. Technically that is valid. That's just a sideways, a symmetrical triangle, it looks like. Which I don't trust. Daily looks good except this where, you know, the 100 cross below it is riding below it, but that's going to kind of pull us back a little bit, or have a tendency to pull us back. We're also in this green cloud, which is not good on the daily. So we're getting a pump on the short term, looks good, but oh, now she just dropped on the 4 hour. Like just now? No, it's been a little bit. Going through a bit of correction. Let's see, we got 66. That's the 800. I've added some new lines over here. I mean, I've got the other ones. I got the 366 and the 666. That's the red one. I also added the 800 because the 800 is important. So being above that's cool. The 366 above that, okay. So definitely get a pullback, coming back to retest these areas about 7.6, but still got to give it some time to see what happens with this 9 moving average. If the 9 doesn't cross back over the 200, it should snap price back up and we can be good. Looks like we're retesting the 21 right now. It already wicked down to the 50, so we've already took care of that, and the 100. I think the 21 might actually get it, but our MACD is suggesting that we're coming down lower, possibly. Not official yet. Moving averages look good. It's just coming back to retest, testing the 100, and that's a little bit more bearish. It would have been more positive if we bounced off the 50. So let's draw a trend line here. And that should be our line in the sand right here. If we break below this line, then this move is probably over for right now. It's already shot a bullet through here and weakened it, so if it does come down and touch it, it could possibly follow through just because it did that. I can't say it's bullish at the moment because we just now lost the 4 hour on the 200 on the 4 hour. If it regains it, then, you know, probably some more upside there. And I would look for that. If we break this trend line though, this move may be over. And the MACD is kind of saying that. I'm not... Let me take a quick look at my divergences right now. Nothing immediate. Immediate looks fine. Here it's a little bit weak. And getting back over this far, you know, may not have as much of an impact. here's what we do have. That area, and then we've got bullish divergence, hidden bullish divergence on the RSI. So that's a good sign that this should be a pullback and just carry on in the same direction. So on the daily time frame, I think it looks good. Short term, she's coming down a little bit, but so far on the daily, she's looking kind of healthy. She's still got to keep pushing up, but being in this cloud's not great. But we're above the 9. As long as we're above the 9 moving average, especially if we're above the 200, it's bullish. We're above the 200 on the daily, I have to be bullish. 4 hour though, looking suspect. You gotta see it reclaim this 200, so I need to see it get back above 0.0008 for hello. But I do like this one. Got a little bag of it myself. Trigger says, I hadn't looked at the chart yet. How's Rep doing? Rep is dead. Rep is a goner. Let's see. It's below $1 last time I looked at it. Oh my goodness, are you 58 cents? Yeah, that I'm glad to get out of that one. It was that was a killer trade. It went up to $3. We caught it at $1, sold it at $3, and then found out, well, it's a dead project. But I heard, caught it on token metrics, and it looked like it could be a cool project, right? But it's dead. It's an empty building. Nobody uses the platform. Fully decentralized from what I understand, but nobody's there using it, so no use case, no project. Lower low now. That was just what happened with the gaming coins, or the gambling coins like Rollbit and all that were going off. So this was in that category, and I guess some people just pumped it up, or they did, their due diligence was as good as mine and didn't know it was I tried to do all the research I could, but being in the US, I'm restricted from going to it. They will not let me go onto the platform. So I took it, well, okay, it's up and running, and it's not. When I finally got access to it, I saw that nobody had done anything since like 2020. So there you go. Half rep. She's doing the half peppy is what she's doing. Yeah. Just DCA into rep. As far as I can tell, this one's a goner. Sad though, because if it's decentralized, it makes me wonder, is there a chance that, could it ever be revived? How would they do something like that? But I can't get a good feel of it because I can't get access to it. All right, guys, well, the time is now 12:03, and of course, I have a habit of making these things an hour and a half. God bless you guys for sticking around that long. I don't know how you can put up with me for that long, but I appreciate it. If you could, give Elvis
Those of you out there have been hitting that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.
Helps the stream reach a few more people. I keep promising the video, but I'm just not seeing anything that's I want to put out there right now. If I do a video, I'm probably looking more for investment, long-term holds, that kind of thing. I'm not really looking to push a lot of altcoin setups, even though there may be some that pop off. I'm just not trying to get anybody caught up in anything. I'm kind of seeing altcoins coming down over the next little bit. Hopefully I'm wrong. Maybe we'll all go to the moon. Pumper bags. I'm all for that, but that's just what I see. Crispy Chicken, I keep getting ads. They start every 10 to 15 minutes. Are there 2 of them? If it interrupts the stream, it interrupts the stream to play them. Oh, you can definitely skip them. I may have to change that. If it starts, so yeah, they just now started rolling out ads on me, and I can choose some of the times. So maybe I'll move it back a little bit where it's not as annoying. Let me know if it gets annoying. I don't want it to get annoying. So when I play back the stream tonight, maybe it'll hit me up too. And I get a feel for it. Thanks guys for being here, and hopefully I can't make any promises right now because things are still kind of a little weird right now. But hopefully tomorrow night and maybe a daytime stream. I don't know, but you'll catch me at least once or twice this weekend. Hopefully tomorrow night. All right, good night, guys. God bless all of you.
Come on, come here, bud. Come on. You freaky dog. I don't need to analyze every word that comes out is a lie. Make it look like it's so ice. You won't make it to the finish line. Now if you gotta know the truth was gonna let you go. You was fine, never mind, unpredictable. Feet eye off the ground, you ain't no one. You a star, blow it up like supernova. In the nighttime, hit my hotline. Sharing secrets, you was about your life. Basic bullets, with no bullets. Does your wifey know you're begging for my notice? Promise you're the same, running for the meds. Sure you like my vibe.